Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. So in this class we are going to talk about the equations of motion by the graphical method. And the first equation we are going to talk about is the equation for velocity time relation. In the previous classes we have studied about the introduction of motion, about the uniform and non-uniform motions. Now let us see. In this graph you can see it is a velocity time graph. The time is in the x-axis and the velocity is in the y-axis, and there is a body which is it's traveling from a point A till the point B. That is, let the body is having a uniform acceleration rate, but here you can see the body is not starting from the origin point, that is O. The body is starting somewhere near the point O, that is point A. So here we can see from point O to A, the body is already having some acceleration. So we can say the body is having some initial velocity. Okay, the body is having some initial velocity. It is not starting from zero. A body is already having some initial velocity. So let us represent this by u. Initial velocity is represented by u, and the body is traveling from point A to point B. So we can say from point B we'll draw two perpendicular lines, that is from point B to the x-axis, and we'll name it point C. From point B to the y-axis, that will be point E. So we have drawn two perpendicular lines here, and here you can see the body is traveling from A to B. So the final velocity will be at B. So we can say B to C, it can be denoted as V, the final velocity. As AO and DC are the two opposite sides of rectangle. You can see AOCD is a rectangle. So these are the two opposite sides of the rectangle. So if it is an initial velocity having the value, so it will also have the same value of the initial velocity. Same here you can see O to E is denoted by the final velocity. Here also B to C is denoted by the final velocity. So for getting the value of BD, we can write here BC is equal to BD plus DC, BD plus DC, and for getting the value of BD, we can write BC minus TC. Correct? If we want a value of BD, we have to minus DC from BC. So we'll get the value of BD. So now when we have calculated the BD, just we have to substitute the values here. Now you can see BC is having which value? BC is having the value U, that is the final velocity. So we can write BD is equal to V minus what is DC? DC is U. So here we have got the value of BD. Correct. Now in this graph, we have to now talk about the acceleration. Now let us say that this body is starting from an initial velocity and traveling till point B, which is having a final velocity. So here we have to find the slope in this velocity time graph for finding the acceleration. So for finding the acceleration, we have to find this slope A and B in the velocity time graph. Velocity time. This is the velocity as you know, final velocity, and this is the time. So for finding acceleration, we can write A is equal to what? This one. For getting this value, we need to substitute this value. That is what? BC minus DC by OC. That is the time. Okay. BC minus DC by OC. And we know the values of BC and DC. So we can put here V minus U by OC is what? OC is what? T. So A is equal to V minus U by T. And what is VU? VU is the BD. We have already got V minus U, that is final velocity minus initial velocity is BD. So we have got the value of BD, and we have also got the value of OC, that is time. So we are finding this slope. Okay. So now by cross multiplying this, we can get AT is equal to V minus U, that is the final velocity minus initial velocity. Now by interchanging the terms, we can write V is equal to U plus AT. So now this was our first equation of motion. So we have derived it by using the velocity time graph. So hope you have understood this. Now we will derive the second equation. Okay, so now let us derive the second equation, that is the equation for position time relation. Here we already know the second equation. This also we are going to derive from our graph only. This graph is known as position time relation graph. It is the same graph what we have used for the first equation. We are going to derive all the three equations by using this graph. Now for getting this, now we can say, as you all know, OA is what? OA is the initial velocity u, and BC is what? Is the final velocity, and OC is what? It is the time. So these three values we already have. Now by using these values we are going to derive the second equation of motion. So let the acceleration of the body A changes with a uniform rate to cover a displacement s. Here from here to here, that is a displacement. So to cover the displacement s in time t. So now let us derive s, that is the displacement. Displacement s will be equal to area of the graph. Area of graph OABC. So this is the area under the graph. So we can write here S is equal to area under the graph. So area under the graph is what? OABC. That is OABC. Correct. So this is what? This is a trapezium. That is OABC is a trapezium. To find the area of trapezium, now we will divide this trapezium into one triangle and one rectangle. So here we can write S is equal to area of a triangle plus area of a rectangle. So this area will find it separately, then we will add it to get a value of the area of trapezium. So here you can see what is a triangle, that is ABD, correct? So that is triangle ABD plus area of rectangle that is OADC. And now we will substitute the values of this all. What is the formula of area for getting the area of triangle? What is the formula? That is the half into base into height. So that is S is equal to half into base into height plus length into breadth. For getting the area of rectangle, that is length into breadth. Okay, length into breadth. So now let us see half into base. What is the base of this triangle? That is AD. So here we can write AD. And what is the height of the triangle? That is BD. BD, correct. Plus length of the rectangle. What is the length of the rectangle? That is AO, or we can write DC, whatever we want to write. Okay, let us OA. OA, length into breadth. What is the breadth? OC. OC. Correct. So now let us substitute the values of this all. That will be equal to half into, what is AD? AD is equal to OC. So that is a time. T. OC is what? It is T. It is equal to AD. So it will be T. Into, what is BD? We know it is, okay, what is BD? How we are getting the BD? BD is what? BC minus DC. That we have already calculated. BD is what? BC minus DC. And we have got the value of BD also. That was what? V minus U, final minus initial. So we can write here directly V minus U, that is BD, plus OA. What is OA? OA is U into OC is T. So this whole thing we have got till now. Okay, so by substituting the values of the sides, we have got this equation. So let us number it 1. Okay, so we have got this one till now. Now, from the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. For getting the value of v minus u, we have to take the help of first equation. So how we can get the value of v minus u? That is, if we just interchange the position, at will be equal to v minus u. So v minus u, the value of u minus u will be what? 80. So then let us give the equation number 2. Okay. So we will be putting the value of equation 2 into equation 1 for deriving the second equation of motion. So let us put the value, that is equal to s half into t into this value is what? 80. So we can directly write here 80 plus u into t will be ut. Okay. So 80 into t will become t square. So that is half into 80 square plus ut. Okay. So this we have got the equation. Now by interchanging the positions, we will get s is equal to ut plus half 80 square. Just we have interchanged the position of this by putting the value of initial minus final, that is this one. So we have got our second equation of motion. So by using the first equation of motion and by the graphical method, we have got our second equation of motion also. So this was all about the today's class. Hope you have understood it. In the homework, you have to practice this both equations, and without seeing, you have to practice it 1, 2, 3 times. In the next video, we will be deriving the third equation of motion along with the circular motion also. So this was all about the today's video. Thank you.